Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Apple has finally announced its upcoming big event on September 9th. As usual, the main spotlight will be on the iPhone 17 lineup and the updates to iOS 26, but there's another product that many people, including myself, are looking forward to the most. That's the Apple Watch Ultra 3. This will be the third version of Apple's most rugged smartwatch, and for the first time since its launch in 2022, we are finally seeing major changes both inside and out. In this video, I'm going to take you through everything that's coming to the new Ultra 3, why these updates matter, and why I think this might be Apple's most recommended product of the year. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest Apple news. Apple introduced the first Apple Watch Ultra in September 2022. At that time, it was positioned as the ultimate Apple Watch. It was bigger, stronger, and packed with features that pushed it far beyond the standard Apple Watch series models. It had a larger and brighter display, much better battery life, and it was designed for extreme users. Marathon runners, divers, climbers, and hikers were the target audience, but even regular Apple fans were drawn to it because of its durability and longer-lasting battery. The titanium body made it tough and rugged, capable of withstanding heavy use. Compared to the regular series watches, which often felt more delicate, the Ultra was built like a tool for real adventures. After that, we saw the Ultra 2, which brought refinements but not groundbreaking changes. Apple even released a black titanium version to add some variety. But unfortunately, the Ultra 2 came with one big setback. Because of a lawsuit with Massimo, Apple had to disable the blood oxygen sensor, even though the hardware was still there. That meant people were paying for a newer model but getting fewer features than the original Ultra. Many reviewers, including myself, suggested that Ultra One owners should stick with their devices rather than upgrading. It simply wasn't worth it. Now, 3 years later, Apple is about to release the Ultra 3, and things are finally different. This new model is bringing actual improvements that feel meaningful. The first major change is the display. The Ultra 3 will have a larger screen without increasing the overall size of the watch. Apple is shrinking the bezels and packing in more pixels. The display is expected to go from 49mm up to around 51 or 52 diagonally, which might not sound like much, but on a wrist, every millimeter counts. The casing itself won't change, so your current watch bands and accessories will still fit. Apple is also upgrading the display technology itself. The Ultra 3 will feature an LTPO OLED panel, capable of scaling from 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz. This means the always-on display will look smoother and more efficient than ever before. On top of that, Apple is adopting a wide-angle OLED design. Instead of the flat, sharp edges we've seen on the current Ultra, the glass will curve slightly over the edges, similar to what Apple did with the Series 10. This gives the display a more premium look and makes it feel even larger than it actually is. It also helps to visually hide the bezels, which is something many people complained about with the earlier models. The new curved design creates the illusion of extra space, making the watch look sleeker and more modern. Connectivity is another area getting a big upgrade. Until now, the Apple Watch Ultra only supported 4G LTE. With the Ultra 3, Apple is finally moving to 5G. This means faster speeds, lower latency, and more reliable connections. But the real breakthrough is satellite messaging. For the first time, Ultra users will be able to send SOS messages even in areas with no cell service. This is a huge deal for hikers, campers, and travelers who often find themselves in remote areas. It's surprising that the feature wasn't included in the earlier versions of the Ultra, given that the watch was marketed for outdoor adventurers. But now, with Ultra 3, Apple is fixing that gap and making the watch even more dependable. Health sensors have always been at the heart of the Apple Watch, and Ultra 3 brings important updates here too. The blood oxygen sensor situation is still tricky. Because of the ongoing lawsuit, Apple cannot show blood oxygen data directly on the watch. However, with the new software updates, the data can now be collected and viewed on your iPhone instead. This is not perfect, but at least the feature is usable again in some way. It's a partial fix until Apple either wins the lawsuit or comes up with a complete solution. On top of that, Apple is adding a new sensor for blood pressure notifications. This is not meant to be a full medical-grade monitor. You won't get exact readings like you would with a dedicated device. Instead, the watch will detect if your blood pressure seems too high or too low and notify you. For people with a history of hypertension or other heart issues, this is a useful early warning system. It won't replace regular monitoring, but it could be life-saving as an alert system. It gives people a chance to check with a proper monitor or seek help when needed. This makes the Apple Watch not just a fitness device, but also a tool for preventive health. Battery life has always been one of the strongest selling points of the Ultra compared to the regular Apple Watch. The current Ultra lasts about 36 hours with normal use and up to 60 hours in low power mode. Many users still charge it daily or every other day, but it's far better than the 18-hour lifespan of the standard models. With Ultra 3, Apple is expected to improve battery life even more. Thanks to the new S11 chip, which is more efficient, and the possibility of a slightly larger battery, the Ultra 3 could last up to 48 hours on normal use and between 72 and 80 hours in low power mode. There are even hopes that Apple might push the limit closer to 100 hours, which would make the Ultra unbeatable in this category. That kind of longevity would make it far more appealing to people who go on long trips or adventures without easy access to a charger. Design-wise, Apple is sticking with what works. The Ultra 3 will still come in natural titanium and black titanium. The rugged design remains the same because it has already become iconic. People recognize the Ultra by its tough look, and Apple doesn't need to reinvent that part. The big changes are happening in the display, the sensors, and the performance under the hood. So, when you put all of this together, the Apple Watch Ultra 3 looks like one of the strongest products Apple will release this year. It has a larger and more advanced display, smoother performance with the S11 chip, and improved battery life. It finally brings 5G and satellite connectivity, which are crucial for outdoor users. It keeps health features like blood oxygen monitoring, with a workaround for now, and adds blood pressure notifications for extra safety. All of this comes while keeping the same rugged titanium body and the same $799 price tag, with only one version available, the cellular model. Pre-orders are expected to start on September 12th, and the watch will begin shipping on September 19th. For anyone who skipped the Ultra 2, this might be the right time to upgrade. For new buyers, it looks like the best Apple Watch you can buy this year. It combines durability, performance, and health tracking in a way that no other smartwatch on the market really matches. That's everything you need to know about the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Are you planning to pre-order one, or are you happy with your current watch? Let me know what you think. For more Apple news and reviews, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss an update.